That's a great point. Yeah. Have you seen people who only went on a weight loss journey, but really without addressing their issues from a functional medicine, more detailed manner? Have you seen that? People were just skinny and
Yes.
bad.
Yes. No, that's a really great question. I mean, I have people who are post bypass surgery, they've had bypass surgery, but then they've learned that they can still have milkshakes, and they're skinnier, but they're not eating anything less inflammatory. And I've had people who come to me and they say, I've been on every diet in the world, nothing works for me. And I'm like, right, because that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that. Of course it didn't work for you. So yeah, I see it all the time. And in addition to inflammation, a topic that comes up a lot in our age group is thyroid. So a lot of patients will say to me, they can't get my thyroid right. They bring it up, they bring it down, they bring it up, they bring it down. My meds keep changing. I started at 25, now I'm at 225. And again, it's not a weight loss conversation. Again, that's a conversation of what's going on in your body. Are you inflamed? If we don't calm down inflammation, if we don't calm down what's called in the autoimmunity, right? Because for a lot of people, thyroid, if you have Hashimoto's, it's an autoimmune thyroid. If we don't get to the core of the autoimmune and help stop these antibodies from happening, well, then yeah, your thyroid, of course, because it's not the medication's going to fix it, right? You have to get to the cause of it. So certainly, to answer your question, I have plenty of patients who have tried weight loss approaches, but yet their issues are unresolved because they never got to the heart of it.
Yeah. So you have a lot of experience treating thyroid conditions. And what's your usual approach? Because, besides just giving them thyroid replacement.
So I love treating thyroid because it's so common. It really, plagues a lot of people. And the one thing that's never discussed is how diet is connected to hypothyroid, specifically Hashimoto's, like autoimmune hypothyroid. Some people have hypothyroid for other reasons. But autoimmune hypothyroid, not to get too technical, but it's often a conversation of an inflamed belly, leaky gut, and the gluten sensitivity. So, just quick recap for your audience. We all know about antibodies after this point in the game, which is what your body forms when it's trying to attack a foreign object, right? We're not supposed to have antibodies to ourselves. Yeah, people who have Hashimoto's have antibodies to their own thyroid. So their bodies are constantly attacking their own thyroid. They're stuck in a loop. So they take the medication because their thyroid's not producing a hormone. They take that hormone, but they never stop the attack on the thyroid. And for a lot of people, I mean, one of the first things you should do if you have Hashimoto's is just get off of gluten. Here's the thing. If I'm wrong, big deal, you're gluten-free. I didn't cause you any harm. I didn't give you any side effects. But if I'm right, then I may have saved your thyroid. I'm not saying I can reverse it, but we could save it from worsening. And that is because the protein in gluten, which is called gliadin, is very similar to the enzyme in your thyroid called transglutaminase. Sorry, I have to think about it for a minute. They're very similar. So if you have a leaky gut and your body's attacking gliadin, it, through molecular mimicry, which just means things look like each other, will start attacking the enzyme in your thyroid. So every time you have cereal, every time you have a sandwich, even if it's on a whole grain bread and you think you're doing the right thing, you're creating attack on your thyroid. So if we don't address this, your thyroid's never going to be right. So this is one of my favorite things. And by the way, just so you know, if you getting your thyroid right doesn't mean you'll be off meds. It means you'll stop being like up and down with your meds, and you won't have increases. You'll just be steady. Sometimes in early stages you can prevent and lessen and reduce, but if you've had it for a long time, then the goal is to just stabilize it.